Hey, I see you got your own Marvel movie going on. Nice, Shang-Chi. Hey, you need help stopping that bus, by the way? No worries, Spider-Man. I got this. Sure, man, because after I finish fighting Doc Ock, I need to stop this train, okay? So I can head right over and help you stop that bus if you want. Yeah, it's all good, Spider-Man. Probably just gonna run over a couple of cars to slow this bus down. How the heck are you gonna stop that train? What are you doing? What is wrong with that guy? What's going on, everybody? My name is Zero, and welcome to another movie review, and this time we're gonna be reviewing Marvel's latest installment into the MCU, Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. Now, I knew little to nothing about this character. So going into this movie, I had to do some research. So I did the only logical thing any human being could possibly do. I went to the comic shop and I bought every single issue of the Shang-Chi comics so that I could figure out and get together all the information. Honestly, I just went to YouTube and I followed the comic story and he breaks down almost every Marvel character that you want to know about. Anyways, so thanks to the comic historian, I now have more information on who Shang-Chi is and what his story is all about. He is like the Bruce Lee of the Marvel Comics. This guy knows every single martial arts. I don't think anybody could beat his fighting style. And going into this movie, watching the full movie, I think the casting was perfect for the man who played Shang-Chi. And this is none other than the great actor Simu Liu. Now, I hope I don't pronounce your name wrong. If I do, forgive me. This guy did a fantastic, outstanding job. The fighting styles that they had in this movie, and I'll talk about the fighting styles later. Fighting styles that they had in this movie reminded me so much of Jackie Chan styles, and this guy did it flawlessly. I know there's the help of movie magic, but I'm more than positive that Simu Liu, who plays Shang-Chi in this movie, that he knows martial arts himself. Along as his partner in crime in this movie, we have Awkwafina playing the character of Katie. Now, I thought that Awkwafina's character was just going to be in here for some comedic relief, but no, she stuck around for the majority of the movie. There was a part in the movie where I thought, okay, this is where they're going to part ways, but no, she kind of forced herself to go on this journey with Shang-Chi, and man, she is not just there for comedic relief, she is an actual character in this film, and I think they did an outstanding job working together. The chemistry between the two of them really shows on the screen with their friendship that they have, but I'm hoping in the later installments of the movies that their friendship grows into something of a relationship as well. Now, continuing with the cast of this movie, we have the Mandarin. He doesn't go by the Mandarin in the film. They mention or they acknowledge that it was used as a name, but he never truly goes by the Mandarin. But I'm going to refer to him as the Mandarin during this review. But he is played by Tony Leung, who does an outstanding job. Man, this guy is not just a regular villain. He is a complex villain. Now, we have seen the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, but there he was fake. He was an actor.
My name's Trevor Slattery.
So yeah, he just basically took inspiration from what the real Mandarin did to strike fear as their terrorist organization. Going back to this version of the Mandarin being a complex character, I mean that in the way that he has motives behind what he's doing. He's not just a straight up villain. At the beginning of the movie, it seems like it starts off like that, but later you learn more about his character, you learn what his motives are, and I think that just adds to the character of the Mandarin. Now, things are different if you're a comic book buff, if you're a comic book nerd, you will notice a major difference in the character of the Mandarin. In the comics, the Mandarin's rings are actual rings on his finger, and that's something that they did correct in Iron Man 3's version of the Mandarin. He actually had rings on his finger, but this time around, this iteration of the Mandarin, he has bands around his arm, and they give him crazy powers that basically make him untouchable. So I thought this was a cool twist that they did. I thought it was something unique, something different. I mean, you can really see that this man is a menace, like he is a force to be reckoned with. Moving forward, something that I really loved about this movie is the imagery and the music to go along with it and the fighting styles. This goes back to like real traditional martial arts. It's not something that you're gonna find, you know, Captain America fighting a couple soldiers, Black Widow doing all of her flips around people's necks, you know, spinning around in the air. No, this goes to the traditional martial arts styles that are portrayed in the films, where it looks like these people are hovering and flying and floating around. It's just so awesome. I had mentioned before that the fighting styles really reminded me of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and also just taking from pure, true martial arts. And it all kind of makes sense because it just goes with the culture of what the film is about, you know? You have the beautiful scenery, you have a fantastic score, and the fighting styles, it all comes together in a really, really beautiful way. And I honestly think that the score to this movie is something that I might want to buy on vinyl record so I could play in the background whenever I'm doing my daily stuff. That's how good I think the score is. Now, there's a lot of great things things to say about this movie. I do know that there may be a little bit of pacing issues where it gets a little slow, but holy cow, fighting and the action of this film really make up for it. There is this one scene where Shang-Chi is on a bus and they have this amazing one shot that I really like. It was reminiscent to the Daredevil one shots that you'll see in the Netflix adaptations of Daredevil. But talking about the movie in general, I feel like this movie can truly stand on its own. Throughout the film, I went to go watch this with my brother and my girlfriend, but we were there and we were thinking like, this does not feel like a Marvel movie at all. If they were to just put this movie out, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and get rid of the Marvel Studio stuff, this movie can stand on its own. But because this movie can stand on its own, we had constant reminders in this film that this is part of the Marvel Universe. So to pull us back in and make us remember, hey, this is going to be part of the Marvel Universe, guys, we had Wong appear a couple of times just to give us that little reminder like, hey man, this is still Marvel. Marvel's doing this. And Shang-Chi also brings something different. I know in the Marvel movies we see the Avengers, go to outer space, fight aliens, Thor fighting some mythical gods or anything like that, but this one is very different. It goes to the mysticality, I mean, even in the trailer, so this isn't a spoiler, even in the trailer, there's a dragon. What are the Marvel heroes going to do, or how are they going to react with a dragon if Shang-Chi does continue and becomes a part of the Avengers, and he brings along these mystical beasts and creatures, which there are plenty of? I want to see that interaction with the other heroes towards this world. So all in all, everybody, I really enjoyed my time in the theater with this film. To rate it again, I would totally recommend going into theaters and catching Shang-Chi. I liked it so much that I might even watch it a second time. But hey, that's just me. You may have a different opinion about this, but I want to hear your opinion. So make sure that you comment down below. Tell me what your thoughts are on Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Of course, guys, if you like this video, please do not forget to hit the like button down below. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, and most importantly, do not forget to subscribe and join the Zero Nation. I'll catch you all in the next video. Later!